Shuttle, a poor person's VPN. Have anyone heard about it? Oh, 3, 4 folks. Okay, couple of them. Yeah, I'll tell why it is called as poor person's VPN. I'm Jaydeep. I'm founder at One2N. We are a boutique consulting around reliability and back-end engineering. I've worked with 10 plus years in startups and SMEs. Eventually evolved from buzzword-driven development to impact-driven development over a while. I love CrossFit and powerlifting. I don't look like Chad, but I still do that. Trust me. I have photographs. That's my handle, internet handle that I use everywhere. So Shuttle is transparent proxy meets VPN meets SSH. Oh, too many words at one time, right? But let me try to simplify this. So Shuttle, as they say, they are not really a VPN, but not also port forwarding, but they are actually something in between. Why? It acts as a VPN because you are able to connect to a lot of ports at a time, and it also acts as an SSH-based port forwarding, which can be used. Oh, sorry, I forgot my line. Let me recall. But you can actually use it at port forwarding because you don't have to do a packet forwarding, but it is more around session-based forwarding that you do have on your typical SSH. So what it is, it uses SSH protocol underneath. You can have run on any client, Linux, Mac OS, FreeBSD. You can run it over routers as well. It's written in Python. You can go and check out the GitHub repository. I think it has 10,000 plus stars, if I remember. How Shuttle is different from VPN. Now what happens is, if you have used OpenVPN, you have to go and install your agents at the remote server. But there might be a chance that you don't have the access. I'll talk about a use case where we actually used with a couple of my ex-colleagues and colleagues. You don't need the admin access at the remote server. No SSH port forward for single host. I'm sure that every time I have to connect to a remote database, I have to do an SSH -L, remote host, port, and whatnot, right? But it becomes messy at times. So it solves TCP over TCP problem. What basically it means that TCP fundamentally relies on the packet dropping for the congestion algorithm to kick in. But if you are actually, a lot of your open VPNs are using packet forwarding, so that will not work if you use it in the combination with SSH. So what Shuttle does is, because it does a session forwarding, it overcomes that problem. Requirements at your client side, you have to do a sudo or get a root access to access your IP tables or NF tables, which are basically like IP tables plus or on steroids. The requirement is you need to have a Python 3.8 or greater. Requirements on the server side is just pure SSH access. Some of the cool features, there are multiples of them, but I'll just list down. So you can just say, I have multiple subnets that I want to connect at one time, and this is my bastion via my SSH config. I can access them via this one single command. And I can access all the ports across those particular CIDR ranges, which are open at that time. If you want to route only specific traffic over a port range as well, you can do that as well. Like I want to say that for this particular CIDR, I want to allow only from 8,000 to port 9,000, you can do that. Where it works well for your personal projects, right? If like small projects where you have kept your component in private networks, you can use this pretty much well. I mean, of course, somebody will say, oh, I can use, WireGuard-based VPNs like Tailscale, but this is, again, poor man's VPN. I don't have a credit card, right? And SSH is the only mechanism, so remote networks in data centers. If you are a small team, you don't need to have an initial VPN setup, so all the resources, you can start putting up in your private networks. Shuffle may not be a good fit at large teams because you also have to do certain automation to monitor your shuttle process. How I have used shuttle, so I was actually connecting SSH across multiple private data centers, and we couldn't install VPN agents as we didn't have root access. So we did this with some automation and monitoring that process across 5 countries for almost 200 plus servers. Yeah, anything else? That's it. Thank you.